Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Woo! I am back. I'm back. You're back. We're back. Welcome back. Good morning and welcome back for another year, another season. I think we're going to go with year. Yeah, let's just do these by years. Another year of Ho. Welcome back. Ho missed you. Welcome to Herb Oracle. You guys, 2020, we're doing this. 2020 is gonna be the year for big changes. So I can tell you for sure, as a matter of fact, that I am definitely not the same person I was in 2019. I know, it's only been a few weeks. It's only been a few weeks since we've hung out, but I can definitely tell you that I feel different. I feel so much different. I feel like a lot of the things that we were working on last year, I'm either done with, or I have transcended, or I'm just moving on, or I'm completely looking at things from a different perspective. Not everything, but so many things that I feel like a different person. So welcome back. I'm happy to be here. I was so excited last night. I could hardly sleep. I was like podcasting in my head instead of sleeping, you know? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like my podcast would be so different for Herb Oracle if I did it at night. But it's a morning podcast. So, you know, we have the morning things to handle, you know, like throats and brains, and just it takes us a minute to get going, but once we get going, there's no stopping us. So that's kind of like 2022. If you feel like you're just, you know, it's the 6th of January, if you feel like you're not quite going yet, today's the day that we gonna get going. We are gonna get going now, and the momentum will pick up. So yeah, last night I was just like blah, 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 and I could not wait to get up this morning. My alarm went off at 5:15, and I thought, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I've been up trying to get ready for you, trying to wake up. I feel pretty good. We're going to do things differently this year. So last year, 2020, in a nutshell, it was basically me giving you all the drama in my life, complaining that I didn't have a lover anymore. And then we did the laws of the universe, and we worked in herbs and trees and flowers into the messages, and they were amazing. So my intentions the last couple weeks were to go through all of the previous podcasts and update the descriptions. And I did start off doing that. And I did start off live streaming on my YouTube channel while I did that. And then it occurred to me that this was way too much. It was just way too freaking much. So anyways, I'm back. I'm back clearing my throat in your ear. Good morning. Good morning. So what I did do was update my Instagram page 100% with all of the podcasts, with all of the titles, which were amazing. I don't know if I'm going to try to keep doing that in 2020 though, because I feel differently. I feel like the trajectory of this podcast is different. Good job getting that word out. And I also am going to tell you how it's going to be different. All right, so here's my plan. 4 minutes into the first podcast of 2020, here is the plan. We are going to do an herb of the week each week. And I got this idea, I would say, from Spirit, because I literally sat down, and within a half hour, I channeled down 44 herbs like I have it all planned out. It was planned out for me. So each week we have an herb that we're going to do. This week's herb is dandelion. So each week we're going to have an herb of the week that, like on Mondays, we're going to dive into all the oracle cards that I have for that plant, for that herb. And we're going to read the messages and we'll get a little nerdy with it. Na, 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 na. And we're just going to sit with dandelion today. And next week, there will be a new herb. Each week, I already have it figured out. There's an herb, and then there's going to be a topic, an emotional topic, an energetic topic that we're going to manifest more of. And this week, we're going to manifest more abundance. And when I said abundance, the ticker on my recording thingamajiggy said 5:15. So anyways, confirmation, I'm on track, I'm doing good. I showed up, I got up, woke up before I started this podcast. I'm so excited. And it's 7:07. So all my numbers are like patting me on the back, giving me high fives, confirming that here we go. So here is the schedule. Here is the schedule so that you can understand the weekly rhythm that Herb Oracle is going to be following. So on Mondays, we're going to do the herb of the week. On Tuesday, yeah, you know it, honey, Tarot Tuesday, Tuesday Tarot. We're going to do a layout on Tuesdays with a tarot deck. And I got a new one. I got the Herb Crafters Tarot, you guys. And it's incredible and amazing. And I will tell you how incredible and amazing tomorrow, because it'll be Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we're going to really focus in on what we want to manifest more of. So Wednesday, we're going to manifest more abundance. And we're going to just totally dive into that frequency of what abundance is, what some things we can do to help it out. Maybe we'll talk about some questions that we can ask ourselves to contemplate. We'll see what the cards say about abundance. But Wednesdays are going to be for manifesting more of the good stuff. So yeah, last year it was just like focusing on like what was going wrong, all the craziness in my personal life. And literally, if I would have started this podcast again, like even a week ago or 2 weeks ago, it would have been the same bullshit. It would have been the same energy. And I literally just got out of it. So yeah, like a couple weeks ago, like I didn't have hot water for 4 days. Like I needed a new hot water tank. The washing machine broke, like just all types of things. Like even just, shout out to my mother-in-law. She's having trouble too. And I think she's transitioning this week into non-physical. Like a lot of stuff is still going down. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of stuff is still going down. Did I just shout out somebody who is getting ready to transition into non-physical? Even my perspective on about death is changing. Literally everything is changing inside of me. I feel different. So anyways, I hope you are starting off your new year real good too. To get back to the weekly rhythm, after Wednesday we manifest more. Thursday is going to be dedicated to our tree guides. Thursdays are going to be for connecting with the trees. I just really wanted them to have their own day because I have a couple tree decks. They're so intense, they're so deep, and we could just spend Thursdays with the trees. And then Fridays, I have written down flowers, foraging, and friends. So TGIF is going to have some new Fs. We're going to quit saying F you to everybody. I know, you guys, we're going to do it differently this year. And we're going to do flowers and foraging and plants. And if anyone calls in with a question, I will pull some cards for people who ask. And we're just going to have like a friendly Friday hangout. So anyways, that is my plan. It's not too complicated. I think I can do it. That's my intro. And so welcome back to Herb Oracle. I'm so excited to be hanging out with you again. Let's talk about the herb of the week. Dandelion. So welcome back, Ho. Welcome back, Herb Oracle. Yeah, so that was one of the running jokes that I came across in my own mind while I was thinking about returning to Herb Oracle. I started just abbreviating Herb Oracle, HO, and then it occurred to me that like I was Ho, you know, and then I just like laughed so much about it, and then like I took it a step farther. I was like, Oprah, they call her O, but me, they call me Ho. So anyways, welcome back to Ho. We are going to talk about dandelion today. So on Sundays, it's going to be my nightly thing to start a new week, to go through my Oracle decks and just gather all the different cards for the herb of the week. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dandelion cards. And now that I think about it, there probably is another card in my nerdy folder for dandelion. So maybe I'll grab that too. And then at the end of the week, I'm going to make a nerdy podcast for the herb of the week for Herbal Marie. So side note, I have that going on too. I won't have to do that this week though, because I already did dandelion. There's already a dandelion. There's already a dandelion thing going on at Herbal Marie. So, can you tell I'm nervous and excited and rusty as hell? Man, wow. I was like, what if I have forgotten how to run at the mouth? I don't know. So anyways, I think I can do it. But here's something I was thinking about this morning, actually, when I was just, putting my energy toward my podcast. And I was thinking about how, they're both about herbs, but they're different, yet more, as I go on more and more, they're becoming more connected. Like, even though Herbal Marie started out pretty nerdy and allopathic and physical and, just talking about the properties of herbs and how you can heal your body. So that's, what Herbal Marie is mostly about. As it continues on, it's working in some tarot over there, and it's starting to bring in the emotional, spiritual aspects of herbs. And here, of course, it's all about the woo-woo. We're talking to spirit, we're doing herbal divination, and it's just really interesting sometimes when I think about that between the two podcasts, if someone's listening to both Herbal Marie and Herb Oracle, we really can pretty much cover all our bases. Like, we can honor and address the physical body, and here at the same time, we can use the herbs to address our emotional issues, our energetic healing, and connect with spirit, and then overlay all that together. We really are like looking at herbalism in a really incredible, wholesome way. Not that everybody is ready to do both. I mean, I have a huge listenership at Herbal Marie who's just not ready to come over here. Like, I invite them all the goddamn time, and they're just not ready to like see herbs from a spiritual way, which is silly because let's just take our herb of the week, dandelion. They have so many lessons to teach us. Like, you could ask anybody, like, do you know what a dandelion flower is? Yeah, they do. Okay, you could say like, okay, what have you learned from the dandelion? Like, when you look at that flower, what does it teach you? And they probably will have a story. Like, they could say like maybe wishes come true because they have that memory as a child of picking the dandelion flower and making a wish, right? And then blowing all the seed heads off and watching them float and fly away into the grass, and some of them gone even farther than that. You know what I mean? Like, they could say like, well, dandelion reminds me to keep making my wishes, so like someone who doesn't even think about herbs from a spiritual point of view still has like life lessons. They might see that dandelion growing up through the sidewalk crack, and they're like, yo, like, if that flower if that there flower can grow through the crack of a sidewalk, you know, what's holding me back from blooming where I'm at? So I just felt like dandelion was the perfect flower to start with, to get us going. So we're going to look at the cards. We're going to talk about the cards. We're going to read from the book. It's going to be like a real chill way to start off the week. And we're going to get to know dandelion from its energetic perspective. And then dandelion will be with us all week. Like, we're not going to just do dandelion today and then forget about dandelion. Like, I am inviting the energy of dandelion to accompany us through this entire week of journeying through oracle cards and tarot and hanging out and learning our lessons and reflecting. So dandelion is going to definitely hang out with us all week, and we're going to get some affirmations, which we will repeat every day all week. And also, you'll be able to download and print those affirmations off on the Herbal Marie Patreon page. So just go to herbalmarie.com. That'll link you over to Patreon, and if you want to print out the affirmations, which, yes, I already got that ready for you. I have been thinking about dandelion. Last night even, I was like talking about dandelion in my head, and it was just so passionate, right? When I think about dandelion, it's one of the most, I want to say, powerfully persistent herbs that I can think about, because like, you can't hold back dandelion. You can't. I mean, you can mow it, you can pour chemicals on it, you can pretty much do nothing short of set it on fire, and you can't bring that guy down. You can't. You cannot stop the dandelion, because it is smart. It learns how to grow lower. It's productive. It sows its seeds. Think about how many wishes are on that dandelion seed head. So it knows how to manifest. And that was another reason why I just felt like, because 2020, we are going to manifest more. We're going to manifest more good stuff. I just felt like dandelion was like the perfect way to start. So yeah, I am definitely ready to manifest more good stuff in my life. And I see it. And I see the good stuff coming my way. Good things are coming. Good things are here. Good things are here right now. So just a PSA, public service announcement. Remember to keep on your gratitude practice. Remember to keep appreciating all the things that you have. And that is one of the greatest ways to manifest good stuff. All right, so let's, of course, my desk is wrecked. It's been pretty clear this whole winter break. And then like last night, like all of a sudden, like the stuff must have known that we were going to hang out today. So it's like, it just like was magnetized to my desk. And so anyways, but there's enough space here for these 7 beautiful cards, although I think there is an 8th card in my dandelion folder. For each of the herbs, I have an orangey vanilla, a folder. I have this filing system set up for the herbs that, like, once I do a podcast for them, like all my notes, I put in the folder, cards, printouts, any type of information that I've written down. I put in the herb folder. So dandelion has a pretty fat folder, like thick with 2 C's, however you want to say it. Like, dandelion is so good for so much. Brigitte Mars wrote a whole book about dandelion. Like, it's incredible. I know it's somewhere on my shelf here. Like, Dandelion Medicine, that's what it's called. Yeah, she published an entire book just on dandelion. So it really can do it all. So here are the cards that I have. The first card that we're going to lay out is the dandelion card from the Illustrated Herbiary, and it's all about perseverance. So this first card that we have, there is a dandelion growing literally on the edge of a cliff. So this is like up through the sidewalk times 10. Like, it doesn't even seem like that's dirt. It seems like it's growing out of rock. And it actually looks like the roots have penetrated the rock, and the roots are actually on the underbelly of the cliff ledge. Like, it's incredible. And father son is, or maybe she's beautiful, is that father or mother son? The sun consciousness is just enthralled. She's looking so focused at the dandelion, she almost looks like she could be cross-eyed like any second. She's like focused in down on that one head of the dandelion, the one that is gone to seed. And the seeds are kind of just dancing up in the air like music notes. And behind the sun is a rainbow. There's a rainbow back there, which, honest to God, I've never noticed that about this card before. So that's our first message going into 2020, is to slow down. Slow down and start noticing things that you never did before. I mean, I'm excited. I'm running at the mouth. I'm so fucking happy to be here. You know, it's like, yeah, but if you could just slow down and really look at the cards, listen to the messages, you're going to feel, see, think, allow things to come into you that are brand spanking new. So there is a few people online that I see that have made intentions for 2020 to focus more, to slow down more, even with their herbal studies. They want to simplify more. They want to just experience one herb for like a month or whatever, and really just get to know things on a deeper, intimate, more detailed level. So yeah, when I slow down and I really look at this card, then I see that the sunbeams, or the hair of the sun that's coming out around it, the sunbeams, they alternate shapes, they alternate colors. There's a lot of different details that you can see when you look at something a little bit slower. Like, even the clouds look different now. There are clouds in this picture that are literally being chased off the side of the card from the sunshine, from the dandelion. So perseverance is the meaning of this card. And we'll dive deeper in the books after we just chit chat. But yeah, keep going. Bloom where you are planted. I mean, if life isn't so great, trust me, I know this story. If life isn't so great, you still have a responsibility to yourself to shine, to bloom, to do what you do, no matter what. No matter if you're in a beautiful garden or the edge of a cliff. The dandelion does what a dandelion does. Like, it's gonna make the most of it. It's gonna manifest. It's gonna sow its seeds. It's gonna persevere. So that is our first card from the Illustrated Herbiary. Whew, doesn't that just make you want to like take a deep breath and inhale and slow down? So if you need to make those intentions for 2020, not that you're going to be any less motivated, it's just you're going to be more mindful. You're going to focus more, which is actually going to help you be more productive. You know, focusing your energy, and you'll enjoy yourself more. You truly will. So dandelion is a simple flower. It really is. It's simple and it grows everywhere. And pretty much everyone knows what a dandelion is. It's universal. Dandelion is worldwide known. So our next card is Tess Whitehurst. It's her deck, from her deck. It's The Magic of Flowers. this dandelion card is so cute. It has a little boy on it, maybe like 8, 9, 10, like that kind of age, like still in the wonder of magic, but yet at some point, you know, he's growing up, he getting big boy, and sometimes that magic disappears. But for right now, he's in it. He's in, looks like he's walking on a path that's close to a little creek, little stream, just a tiny one, really not much. But there's dandelions everywhere. Everywhere on this little bank or field, grassy area. There's a tree, there's some trees, there's some rocks, there's some moss, but dandelions have taken over. So there's about, I was going to say half in bloom and half that have gone to seed, but it actually looks like most of them have gone, it's about half and half, but maybe a little bit more seed heads. So there's lots of white heads, and there's some yellow dandelions too. But he has just blown off the seed heads. So it is my assumption that he has just made a wish. So this card reminds us to make a wish. Don't stop believing in magic. Don't stop wishing. It doesn't matter how old you are. When you get those birthday candles on your cake, you need to legit make a birthday wish, right? So you don't have to wait till your birthday. All summer long, when you see these dandelion heads, pick one. It's like saying, like, pick me, and blow them and make wishes, you know? Even if you don't have a dandelion, you can still make a wish. So what is it about wishes that are so magical? Why do wishes come true? Well, when you make a wish, you are focused on that one thought, that one intention, that one thing that you would like to manifest. And if you focus on it enough and believe that it is going to come to you, wish come true, like it will. It will. If you doubt it and think that you won't, it won't. So you need to make your wishes and expect them to find you. So that's what this card represents, making those wishes. And literally, when you look at the card, he's blowing these seed heads and they're swirling up with these tiny little magical sparks of light. And then the tree on the other side of the stream has these sunbeams coming at the child. Like, it's like as soon as he put that wish out there, the universe started to respond. The universe started to send that energy back to him. So just like that, you can put out your request, ask, and it will be given. So I love this card so much. We're going to put him over there. We will talk about that card some more. And Tess has some amazing suggestions in the guidebook that will help us get our wishes to come to us. All right, so the next card that's on this stack is from the Magical Herb Oracle by Sherilyn Darcy. And it's illustrated by Dear Dandy, and they're really cool cards, you guys. This card is featuring a dandelion with the word detox. So we are going to get nerdy with it. Na 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 na. Oh, we're going to get silly too. We just got to wake up here. Dandelion. Amazing herb for your liver. For your liver, honey, to get your body cleaned out. So this card is going to want to talk about us detoxing our bodies and us detoxing our minds and our energies, and just, hey, question, what's in your life that's not serving you anymore? Whether it's a person, a habit, an addiction, just what's in your life that could get the F out. So we're going to definitely contemplate this week, what can we let go of? What can we detox? We're coming off the holidays. Probably pretty much everybody overdid it with their consumption of food and drink. I mean, unless you're a freaking saint, unless you're a dietary saint, you either ate too much or drank too much or had like some foods that you normally wouldn't eat. You maybe slacked on something in your life. You slacked on your exercise or your something. Maybe just even water consumption, like you just did way too much eggnog. I have no idea, but bet you $5 you could probably detox. Even the most healthy people, and even myself, when I would claim to be at my healthiest, there's always some detoxing to do because we live in such a contaminated world. So physically, we can always help support our body stay clean. Emotionally, regular detoxing is important. Energetically, keeping that aura clean, keeping your intentions clean, keeping your thoughts clean. Like, how's your mind? Does your mind need to detox? Or do you have, are you good up there? Are you good upstairs? Or like, is it repetitive thinking? Is it negative? Is it judgment? Only you can do that self-evaluation. But, Dandelion is asking us to contemplate and think about what areas of our life do we need to detox. So I can't wait to dive more into this card. There is like intestines in the background of the artwork. Like, it's subtle, but that is definitely the like lower intestines and maybe even a colon. I'm not sure. And then on the top right, there's some sunshine. Definitely. So the more we clean our body, the more energy we have, and the more we're going to be able to shine bright. All right, so I can't wait to talk more about these cards. I need to go get a drink. So I'm going to leave you for a minute and leave you with some affirmations from the Dandelion just to get us started. Go grab your tea, go grab your water, lemon water. Hello, go grab your roasted dandelion root. And I'll see you back here in a minute. Hey, you beautiful lovelies. Today's affirmation minute is brought to you by the Herb of the Week, Dandelion. And shout out to all my patrons and listener support. Thank you so much. You make this podcast possible, and I dedicate these affirmations to you. I am able to adapt to any situation. I make wishes and allow them to manifest. I am abundant. I am able to bloom anywhere. I release what no longer serves me. I am able to adapt to any situation. I make wishes and allow them to manifest. I am abundant. I am able to bloom anywhere. I release what no longer serves me. And so it is. All right, so I have some heated water with a tablespoon of elecampane honey in it. While it was boiling, I was like, oh my God, like I was sort of freaking out. Like, this might actually be a very, very long podcast, and I don't want to feel too rushed, but I think I'm going to try to limit myself from talking about myself. I have stories for you. I have like stories for you, but maybe tomorrow on Tarot Tuesday Tarot, that will be a better time to get into them. Today, I'm trying to make a timeless podcast for the herb Dandelion. That's good. And, trying to just give it its recognition. So what do you think about those affirmations? Pretty freaking sweet, right? Dandelions teach us to be able to adapt to any situation. You know, if a dandelion can manifest seed heads on the edge of a cliff, and in such abundance too, once dandelion gets hold of a space, it's going to be there forever. So yeah, I make wishes and allow them to manifest. Such great advice. I am abundant. That's what we're going to manifest more of this week. I am able to bloom anywhere. And I release what no longer serves me. So yeah, I'm going to totally put up a little infographic on my Instagram. I'm going to do a PDF download that you could print out and put on your fridge. So I did. I printed one out today because I was like, I better make sure this works. It looks great. It's going to be on my fridge. These are my affirmations this week, and I invite you to welcome them into your life as well. There's some space on the sides. If you want to add to it, you can do that. All right, so now we're going to our next card, which is actually a tarot card from the Herb Crafters Tarot. Wow, you guys. It's incredible. It really is. When I first opened this deck for the unboxing, I did put an unboxing video on my YouTube channel. I was like, oh, it looks grainy. Like the illustrations looked kind of grainy, like not real crisp. But when I was using the cards later that night, they almost became like 3D for me. Like the images started to jump off of the card. So I'm really impressed with this deck. And you guys know how I love the Herbal Tarot by Michael Tierra. Okay, I'm not cheating on my steady. Well, actually I am. I'm a two-time and tarot deck user now. But this one's different than that one. They're different, you guys. So now you need to have both, the Herbal Tarot and the Herb Crafters Tarot. They did such a good job with it. I'll use it tomorrow and we'll talk more about how awesome it is. So the Dandelion card, guess which one it is? It's the Fool. Dandelion is the Fool. So there's this awesome dandelion mandala with the blossoms in the center and the leaves coming out underneath it like sun rays. There's stones in it. There's a medicine bag or a talisman, and there's a butterfly. So the Fool energy, this new energy, embarking on a new adventure with innocence and, you know, exuberance and being excited. That's how I feel about 2020. Like, okay, the tower totally fell to the fucking ground in 2019. Sorry, you guys, that was an F-word moment. Because if you listened to even 3 of the episodes last year, you didn't even have to listen to all 127. You couldn't help but catch a little glimpse of the insanity of my life. I mean, between my mother being in the motorcycle accident or my 13-year marriage coming to an end, it's still in the process of ending. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Just all kinds of stuff. I just can't even express to you how thankful and blessed I feel to be starting this new year off feeling like a new girl, feeling new potential, new possibilities, new excitement. And in a way, it's not like I'm starting from scratch because we did so much work last year. It was so smart of us to do the laws of the universe, because now when it comes to manifesting more of what we want, holy moly, there's just like no stopping us. Like the world is there for the taking. How much of it do you want? How much of it are you going to handle? Are you going to allow, right? How much good stuff can you handle? Yeah, I was surprised that I said that, like it almost sounded negative, like how much can you handle? But it's true. How much good stuff can you handle? How good can you feel? So looking at this card, it's just full of possibilities, and that butterfly reminds me that we are different people now in this new year. We really are. We are different different people, and we're going to manifest many beautiful things together and separately and collectively. Like, it's definitely the year to manifest. And everyone's going around like 2020 vision, and because how could you not? How can they not say that? It's 2020. So in our 2020 hindsight, we can see things really pretty perfect, right? Like, you can look back at last year and see where you screwed up, see where you made your improvements, see how you would have done things a little differently. And now we can use that reflectiveness to move forward and really manifest like so good. So anyways, let's move on to our next card. It is from Hedge Witch's Field Guide. It's from the Hedge Witch Field Guide Oracle cards, and it's humility. So just like as I was like gonna get up there and toot my own horn, just as I was like, woo, woo, go get it, girl, go get it, go get it, girl. This card comes in with the word humility, which might be one of those words that means different things to different people, because it has, like, humility is good, but like there's also the word humiliated. So a lot of people think that like humility is going to be bad for them, or it's going to show their weakness, or it's going to put them in situations that they become a doormat or. But actually, what humility to me represents, it's like this natural state of natural humility where I can look at you and see you as my equal. I can look at anyone and not see them better than me and not see them lower than me. So it's this state of being. Humility to me is this state of respectful being, that you see everyone as your equal, whether it's an ascended master or a homeless guy on the street. Natural humility allows you to see them both as spiritual beings, just like you. So the dandelion definitely has a lot to teach us about humility. You know, it grows in maybe some places that you wouldn't think you'd want to be, but it does it. It's so giving too. I'm feeling like this message is coming in like dandelion is such a giver, and it doesn't judge like who it should give to. Like, it can help anyone's body detox. It can help anyone's liver. It can inspire anybody. It can teach anybody how to manifest. It can teach anyone how to be persistent. It doesn't pick and choose. It doesn't say like, oh, you're worthy and you're not. No, because dandelion has that natural humility that it just sees the equality in everyone and the potential of everyone. So put your self-judgments to the side, dandelion says. You're capable. You're totally capable, dandelion says. That's what I see when I look at this card. You are capable to bloom where you're planted. You are capable to manifest anything you desire. You are capable. So that will maybe look a little bit more into that humility card. I'm going to set that over there because we still have two more cards in front of us. We have the card from the herbal healing deck, and this dandelion, of course, is about manifestation. So yeah, you are capable to manifest anything that you want. What do you want? Make a wish, right? Make a wish and put it out there, and then believe that it will come to you, that you deserve it, that you are worthy. Spinning off of 2019, if you wish for a lover, a beautiful lover that, you know, has no drug and alcohol addictions or issues, you guys, I have stories, but we'll get into that later. You can manifest whatever it is that you are desiring. So this card oh my gosh, this card. It's the dandelion plant, like this one really shows its plant spirit, who it really is, its personality, because it has eyeballs. That helps. It has a face to it, you know. And yeah, it's just this beautiful plant. Not the most beautiful, but still, she pretty, you know. And the flower in the center is white, puffy, fluffy, ready to be wished upon. And then there's, in the backdrop, there is 3 very balanced placed flowers. Almost, when you look at all 4 of the blossoms, you could see it's like almost cardinal directions: north, west, east, and south. But south isn't too south, but it almost looks like the south flower, the one that's white. I would say that's like on the dandelion's third eye. So there is a lot that the dandelion can help us to manifest. And if you've gone down the rabbit hole with me and into the woo-woo, you know that accessing and opening our chakras and our pineal gland and our third eye, that's going to enlighten your ass, and you are going to be able to manifest amazing. So dandelion manifestation. I can't wait to read from the guidebook about all of these cards, but especially from the Herbal Healing deck. It is so complete. It is such a complete oracle deck, and the guidebook is so just delicious. And I'm probably saying that because I am definitely an herb nerd, because it like gives you the oracle perspective, plus it gives you the nerdy na stuff. You just walk away feeling so good anytime you open up that guidebook. All right, so the last card does not have a guidebook. It has its message right on the card, and it's from the oracle deck called Soul Flowers by Lisa Estabrook. And this card is nothing short of magnificent. So it looks like a fiery dandelion. Like the colors behind the dandelion, it's like a watercolor, intense watercolor. It's red and orange and then the yellow flower. So there are these passionate colors. There are these lower chakra colors. There is this intensity. It's like, yeah, I'm the common dandelion, and guess how powerful I am. And this card is encouraging us to release. So now we're getting into detoxing and releasing. Like, you can detox your body. You can encourage it to let go of some of the contaminants that it's holding on to. Like, say you stimulate your liver, right? Well, you don't want to just stimulate it and then hold it in your body. You want to stimulate it and then release it out. So as things come up in our life that we know are not good for us, make sure you get them out of your body, mind, spirit. Make sure you release them, So it's like, like if the liver is holding on to junk, to toxins, to extra medication and poison, whatever, dirt, like you stimulate it, it releases it in the body, but then it needs to come out, okay? You need to either pee it out or poop it out or sweat it out. It needs to get out. And so that's what dandelion can help us do on a physical level and an emotional level, release. So dandelion here says, let it go. Let it go. Let it go already. Dandelion wants you to listen to the messages your body is sending you and to release the attachments that no longer serve your soul's journey. Whatever you are hanging on to, whatever it is, she will help you detoxify one thought at a time, releasing negativity and self-judgment, and restoring ease and flow to your life. So yeah, it's like that humility card again. Going back to that, it's like, let's release our self-judgment. Let's release us thinking we're less than or better than anybody else, okay? That is a negative, judgmental thing to do. Let's one thing at a time, one thought at a time, one belief system at a time. Let's start releasing the negative patterns. Let's start releasing the negative aspects. Let's detoxify our mind and let it go. Release that negativity, release that self-judgment, and bring back, restore ease and flow into your life so that you can get the energy going and flowing, and you can manifest more of whatever the heck it is that you want. This week we're going to be focusing on abundance, but hey, you know what you want, you know what you desire, and Dandelion is here to help. All right, so that was pretty good. Like, big messages, and we haven't even opened one book. So if you need to get going, go ahead and go, because we've been hanging out already. Like, time is flying, you guys. Time is flying. Does that mean we're having fun? All right, so for this second part of the podcast today, we're just going to chill out, get a little nerdy with it, dive into some books, see what else we can kind of round out about Dandelion. There are definitely messages in these guidebooks that I didn't think of, so it'll be fun for me to go through it. Dandelion is like, I felt like when I took that little break there, I felt like Dandelion's like, you know what? You don't have to rush for nobody. You know, because cleaning out the body, you don't do it overnight. You sure as hell don't go from being a negative person to a positive person just like that. I mean, you can make serious leaps and bounds when you set your intentions and focus. However, most people need to practice. Most people need to learn a new familiar, right? So if your old familiar is being negative, being toxic, allowing toxicity to be in your life, whether that's in your body or mind, right? If that's what you're used to, it takes a little while to get familiar, accustomed to something different, to something new, to something positive. Like, just even in your relationships, if you have always just been with an asshole and a nice guy comes along, at first, you're like almost going to reject it. Like, you're going to be like, why is he being so nice to me? Like, what did he do? Right? Because you're used to that guy that puts you down. You're used to that jerk. So it's like then this new guy comes along and he tells you how beautiful you are every day. And you're like not used to that. Well, get used to it. Get used to the new familiars. Get used to being positive. Get used to feeling good. Get used to manifesting that you wish for. Get used to it, girl. Get used to it, boy. Get used to it, honey. Get used to it. All right. So I'm just going to go in order of the stack of books. And which won't be the order that we talked about the cards, which is fine. The first one on top is the Magical Herb Oracle by Sherilyn Darcy, Enchanting Secrets from the Garden. So this is a relatively new deck. I got it for myself before Christmas. You know, happy Christmas to me. This was one of the decks that I got at Raven's Moon Oracle Shop in Dubois, Pennsylvania. So it's really cool. I've worked in particular with one card, which was Ella Campaign, which is kind of fun because I'm drinking that in my, well, what's left of my watery tea right now. And yeah, I did a really cool spell with Ella Campaign, raising up that ladder, manifesting more abundance and prosperity with my oracle cards. So anyways, I'm excited to see what the spell is for Dandelion. So Detox, number 16. So 1 + 6 is a 7. So fun that we have 7 cards laid out here. Dandelion, Terra Maximum Officinal. So there's an oracle meaning, there's a botanical description, there's a section called Magical Correspondences. Then there is a dandelion detox spell. So anyways, if you got the time, I got the rhyme. Hang out. We're going to really just go so freaking deep into dandelion. It's going to be like dandelion overdose. Sorry, no detox jokes, girl. Serious though, like what could you overdose on in your life right now? The other day, I mean, of course, negative stuff. Of course, drugs, alcohol, toxic ideas. But the other day, I was so happy. I was like, can you overdose on gratitude? Because I was so ecstatic. My mom, I'm going to not go too personal, but my mom gifted me a brand new washing machine, which was so kind of her. And I literally was so happy that I hugged that machine. I danced in front of that machine. I told that piece of machinery, I love you. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Like, I've never been so excited and honored and pleased to wash a load of laundry. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm so thankful. And I was like, oh my God, can you overdose on gratitude? Because if so, I'm headed there. The fact that she did that, the fact that I had gone for long enough with transporting all my dirty stuff, which is a lot when you have 3 kids and 4 dogs. And it's just crazy. So it's like something so simple, you can really get into gratitude so much. So I want to overdose on good stuff. I don't want to overdose on being depressed or complaining about my life or, just being negative. And God forbid, I don't want to overdose on substance. Recently I have just met so many people addicted to drugs and alcohol. I don't know what the hell that's all about. I didn't know what the hell that was all about. But last night, before I fell asleep, Spirit gave me the knowledge of why I've been coming up against, or rubbing up against the energies of so many alcoholics and drug addicts. And I think it's because what Spirit showed me was I need to do some Herbal Marie podcasts about that. Like, you can heal alcoholism. And it was clear as day. And then I thought to myself, what? Are you kidding me? That's like no walk in the park. It's not like, something simple. But apparently I'm supposed to go there. Great. Can't wait. So anyways, let's talk about detox. Let's talk about this beautiful card. This is the one that has the intestines in the background, which if you didn't take a good look at it, it would just look like there's some whitish patterns behind the plant. But I can see it. It's an intestinal tract. So the oracle meaning of number 16, detox, dandelion, there is a great power and vitality to be found in letting go. Your daily routine or something that you keep doing the same way needs to change. A far better future is promised if you will just let go and trust in the power of walking away. Room needs to be made for what you want to come into your life. New ideas, healing, and growth. are just around the corner. But you need to release. You need to cleanse and be ready to accept. Forgive and forget. It's time to move on. So perfect advice from Dandelion. Like, how can we manifest what we want in our life if we're just still cluttered up with bullshit? If we haven't created space? Like, you'd love it, like even something physical, like you'd love a new couch, but where are you going to put it? You know, like, get rid of your piece of crap. Get rid of your piece of crap couch. Keep the space open, let it clear out, and bam, a new couch will manifest. So create space in your life, create space in your mind, forgive and forget. Yeah, that resentment, that's one of the biggest poisons you can put in your body. Resentment. I mean, that's a surefire way to make a liver go bad. Anger and resentment. You thought it was beer? No. It's anger and resentment. It's even more toxic than alcohol for your liver. And you know, it's not bad to have a drink every now and again. But you know, if you're waking up drinking first thing in the morning, yeah, that's a problem. If you're drinking every single night, that's a problem. It is. I mean, when are you giving your body time to clean out? When are you giving your body time to rest, heal, and rejuvenate? So anyways, check yourself and ask yourself what needs to be released so that you have more space to create what you want. And then be ready to accept it. When the stuff comes to you, when the good feelings come to you, when the new idea comes to you, be ready to accept it. So the dandelion, the botanical description, is actually native to Asia, Europe, and North America. This plant features very jagged leaves that grow close to the ground and a single bright golden composite flower rising on a single stem. The dandelion flowers then form the dandelion seed puff. So these beautiful golden flowers, it's really magical when you think about it. When you look at a yellow dandelion and then they magically turn to these puffy heads. Like they go from like this yellow to this puffy white. It's just amazing when you think about it. So the magical correspondences, you can use it for wishes, divination, to summon spirits, for luck, fairy magic, and psychic abilities. The deities connected to dandelion are Brigid, Helios, Belenos, Hecate, and Zeus. So I don't know two of those. And Yamaya and Jupiter. So the dandelion is connected to deities and even Jupiter, like the planet. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, the planet is Jupiter, but I think there's also a deity too. Maybe Jupiter's a god, maybe somewhere. Dandelion, according to the Magical Herb Oracle, the signs that it's connected with is Sagittarius and Pisces. And the element is air. So yeah, when you look at a lot of these cards, especially that one with the little boy on it, you can literally see the air element. And the herbiary card, you can feel the clouds moving off of the card. So yeah, the element of air. And you, as you make your wish and you blow the dandelion puff seed head, you are accessing the element of air within you and utilizing it to manifest. So yeah, bring it on. So let's do this detox spell, the dandelion detox spell. I want to tell you about it because it might be something that you want to do. The flowers and leaves make a tea that will help develop and increase psychic abilities and to summon spirits. You can assist the fairies in their work of looking after the plants by blowing on the dandelion seed head. To do so disperses the seeds, and in helping, your wish may be granted by the fairies. So you're helping Mother Nature and the fairies as you help sow the seeds of the dandelions, because you literally can't have too many dandelions. I'm telling you this because I am out of dandelion root tea. It's not even February, and I should have harvested more. So this spell can be done each morning while you are suffering from a physical issue or wish to detox anything. And that could be negativity from your life, anything, like whatever it is you want to detox. Let's see. It says check with an herbalist as to the suitability for you personally to do this daily. So physically, you may or may not want to ingest dandelion daily. That's for you. Disclaim out the wazoo to do your own research. But if you want to just do it energetically a couple times a week, I think that should be fine for everybody. Gather your supplies. You're going to need a teaspoon of dried dandelion root, either a tea strainer or a tea ball, a teacup, a cup of boiling water, and one fresh dandelion seed head, if possible. So right now, it's not possible because the ground is covered in snow. But you know what? It won't be long. It will not be long. As soon as the conditions are even barely right, dandelion's back. Put the dried dandelion root in a strainer or a tea ball. Place it in a teacup and pour the boiling water over it. So make yourself some dandelion tea. I'm envisioning a tea bag from traditional medicinals, whatever you can do. You may wish to sweeten it with a little honey. I have never sweetened my dandelion root because I like it bitter. Go outside to a peaceful spot, and while holding the dandelion seed head over the teacup, say, "Away and be gone with the seeds on the breeze. The things I don't need, leave my body with ease." And if you don't have a fresh dandelion, then just imagine one. But then after you say that, "Away and be gone with the seeds on the breeze. The things I don't need, leave my body with ease." Blow the seed head out into the air and drink your tea, visualizing it as a white, brilliant energy, collecting anything you do not want in your body and taking it away. Dang, I love that so much. So you're putting out your intentions. Away and be gone with the seeds on the breeze. The things I don't need, leave my body with ease. And then you're visualizing that powerful, healing, and cleansing white light. As you drink your tea, imagine as the fluid goes down your throat, it just turns into white light. A brilliant energy that's going to go through your body, all parts of you, collecting anything you do not want in your body, that doesn't serve you in your body, that's toxic to your body. Visualize it going up through your head, collecting all those negative thoughts, the negative energy, the negative belief systems, the negative patterns, the judgment, the anger, the insecurities, what's in you that shouldn't be there anymore. And just visualize it being taken away out of your body, leaving your body with ease because you no longer need that bull crap. All right, so anyways, thank you, Magical Herb Oracle. That was good. And, anytime we have a sip of dandelion tea, I don't know about you, but I'm always now going to see it going through my body as this white energy that's cleaning and clearing out anything that doesn't belong in there anymore. All right, so let's move on to the Herb Crafter's Tarot. That's the Fool that we're looking at. The first card in this deck is a dandelion, and the first herb of the week that we're doing for Herb Oracle's year of 2020. Ho in 2020 is the dandelion. It's our herb of the week. I love it. So the Fool card at the Herb Crafters Tarot has the message to follow your dream seeds. Be audacious in your adventures and seek wisdom in weeds. Seek wisdom in weeds. You guys, so many of the plants that we're going to be featuring this year literally grow right outside your door. I mean, you don't have to travel to the Amazon to find your medicine, to find your ally. It's closer than you realize. It's the plants that we walk on. It's the plants that we walk by and don't think much about. You know, up to this point, you may or may not have been in love with dandelion. I know you will be now. But it's these basic guys that are gonna just really, I want to say, plant so much wisdom inside of us. Gonna help us. You are what you eat. So it's like you bring in the energy of dandelion into your body, you will become more wise. You will have invited wisdom into your body via the dandelion. So as we look at this picture, it's a basket of dandelion flowers in the grass, like a round, it must be a round basket. Stones mark the cardinal directions, but the arrow-shaped leaves point to many possible paths. Some plants spill from a wild crafting pouch that rests on the ground. Okay, so that's a pretty big pouch then. A monarch butterfly sets off on its migration. The world is full of adventure. Open to what you have never known before. Like the dandelion seeds that float freely in all directions, trusting the changing winds as you embark on a new journey. The bright yellow flowers are bold and lively. Be audacious and spirited in your explorations. Often thought of as a weed, dandelion is an inviting first medicine for a new herbalist. Keep your mind open. Be willing to experience life as a beginner. Be a pioneer. So yeah, it doesn't really matter where you're at on your herbalist journey, whether you're on day 1, day 1,000, day 1,000,000, trillion, billion. It don't matter. Dandelion is there for you. Dandelion wants you to have that beginner's mind. Like, don't come at life that you thinking that you know everything. You don't know shit. That's what I tell myself all the time. You don't know shit. And it's just a beautiful reminder, actually, to always keep your mind open. Always be ready to start a new adventure. Always be ready to learn something that you didn't know before. Be the Fool. Be the Fool. So crafting with the Fool, this is the Herb Crafters Tarot. So every herb has a few suggestions. I think 3 suggestions to get crafty. Crafting with the Fool, with the dandelion. Harvest a dandelion seed and wear it as an amulet when you set off on a new journey. So if you have a new adventure, I mean, just take a dandelion seed head with you, just to honor and recognize that you are taking a brand new path. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new adventure. A second crafting idea is to make dandelion vinegar and sip it when you need to be bold and audacious. So if you're feeling like you could use some help in feeling confident and or open to take a new adventure, to try a new path, even just take a new road to work, I don't know, that dandelion vinegar could help you, just a little sip, help you feel bold, help you feel that energy, that excitement, that openness of the Fool. And the last suggestion to craft with the full is, it says, practice finding wisdom in unlikely places. So practice finding wisdom in unlikely places, and create a mandala with weeds. So yeah, dandelion is definitely an invitation to the botanical kingdom to connect with the weeds. Connect with the, right? Roundup be hating on dandelion, right? Dandelion is not the bad guy. After Roundup gives these old men cancer and they be spraying it everywhere, it's the dandelion that could save their ass. It's the dandelion that could clean their livers and help their bodies heal. So find wisdom in unlikely places and connect more with the weeds, the plants that everyone pulls out of the gardens. Connect with the wisdom of those plants. Those plants could be helping everybody, and they're just totally not appreciated. And their wisdom is it's an attempt to destroy the wisdom of the weeds. And it's witches and girls like us that need to bring it back. And so before we try to get everybody on board, we just bring it back in our own life, in our own journey. And then from that point, the seeds will be sown naturally. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Wow. All right, so moving along. This podcast is already so long, I've gone through like 2 tea lights in my oil burner. So when we do the herb of the week, that will be the day that we hang out all day together. Holy moly. But I'm enjoying it because herbs is what my life is all about. So, I mean, shit, take it or leave it, right? So I think that's what the Fool is telling me too. We gotta follow our own path. We need to be open to trying some new things. We definitely need to be open to the idea of releasing and detoxing and letting things go. But we also need to not fear being wrong or failing or looking like the fool, because we have this new stuff that we could try out. So now we're going to go to the Hedge Witch's Field Guide. This was the card that had humility on it. What I love about this book, it's a total nerd book, really, just crazy. So we're going to get nerdy with it. For Dandelion. It has lots of nicknames, and she has a few listed here. Blowball, Lion's Tooth, Cankerwort, Milk Witch. Okay, that's cool AF. Milk Witch. Oh my God. Why are we calling dandelions dandelion? We should be calling them milk witches. Yellow Gowan or Gowan, Irish Daisy, Monk's Head, or Priest's Crown. So yeah, my 2 favorites out of that list is Blowball and Milk Witch. So, I mean, that is something cool. Like when you snap the stem or a leaf, milky sap comes out, a milky white substance. And like, that stuff's powerful. You can put it on your warts. If you have like a wart on your foot or anywhere, put on right on it. Just put it on the wart. Don't put it around the other skin. It will help that wart go away. My daughter is going to be doing this as soon as we get the dandelions back on her feet. She's just had some warts, I guess, that have been there forever. I didn't even realize it. And yeah, of course, that's her immune system that needs to be kicked in the pants. This is also my daughter, who probably wouldn't want to drink dandelion tea. But maybe if she listens to this podcast, she will, because dandelions are considered a weed, but every part of this amazing plant is edible. So provided that the plant has not been sprayed with a weed killer, dandelion leaves can be eaten raw, steamed, fried, or even blanched. The flowers can be eaten raw, fried or used to make wine. I like to make dandelion fritters and then dip them in maple syrup or ketchup, whatever. The root can be dried, ground, and roasted for use as a coffee substitute, similar to chicory, or it can be prepared as a root vegetable. So you literally could just dig up the dandelion root and eat it, or cook it, or put it in your stew or your vegetable broth. It is a general stimulant to the digestive system and the urinary organs especially. So that's why our card from the Magical Herb Oracle has the intestines behind it, and it's good for the urinary organs too. So a tincture is made from the tops or the root. All parts of the plant contain a somewhat bitter milky juice, latex, that is used for medicinal purposes. Combined with citrus and various other ingredients, the flower petals are used to make dandelion wine. Dandelion is one of the ingredients in traditional root beer. So you can use every single part of this plant. I told you that Brigitte Mars wrote that book, Dandelion Medicine. There's recipes in there. That book is out of print as far as I know, so get on thrift books and see if you can score a copy. But there is so much you can do with dandelion. When I went to do the Herbal Marie podcast, you know dandelion, I literally was like, where do I start? Because like it's good for everything and there's so much to say about it. Dandelion leaves contain abundant vitamins and minerals, especially A, C, and K, and are good sources of calcium, potassium, iron, and manganese. So the Hedgewitch Field Guide says that the English name dandelion is a derivative of the French dent de lion, meaning lion's tooth, referring to the toothed appearance of the dandelion leaf. This homely little plant is a constant reminder that just because something is common or even vilified does not mean it is useless. The dandelion has a rich history of going back thousands of years that twines together with human efforts. Though humble, close to the ground, and found in every corner of the world, this plant is a gift. It is full of nutrients that humans, animals, and countless butterflies and other insects can use. So yeah, that's really cool then. Who had the butterfly? Oh yeah, the fool. The fool had the monarch on it. So the butterflies and the insects love the dandelion. So let's talk about you though. When you feel underappreciated or invisible, remember the dandelion and its ability to flourish. Seen from a different perspective, the oracle property humility is needed when assessing our own importance in a given situation or relationship. So here's a question. Are you overestimating your own contributions, value, or difficulties? Are you overestimating your own contributions, value, or difficulties? It's very easy to slip into a narcissistic mindset. After all, we are each at the center of our own universe. So yeah, it's easy to slip into that. It's all about you. There's nothing but you. But however, it is sometimes essential to step back and be very honest about where we stand in relation to others. Everyone wants to be heard and feel valued. Are you doing your best to see others in as kind a light as you see yourself? So that is her take on humility. It's a good take because It's like if you're just going around in life putting everybody down, judging people, like one, that's probably a reflection of your own self-worth and insecurities. You're being critical of yourself, so then like you're just being critical of everybody. But it's like if you don't think anyone's ever good enough for you, and you think that you're the best, you know the best, it's like you do need to learn a little bit of natural humility. On the opposite end of that stick, if you're always feeling like you're not good enough, that everyone else is better than you, everybody else knows better than you, then you need to step up and see yourself as important, as useful, as valued, as your wisdom. You have to start honoring yourself. Like you don't want to be worshiping anybody. You don't want to be taking anybody else's advice as greater or better than your own. So this natural humility can get off balance in either way. You can either get too arrogant or you can get too low. So that's what I was saying, like the natural humility of seeing everyone as your equal. We're all at different places, but no one's better or less than. And so that even goes up to like ascended masters, you know, it's like you just have to understand that we are all spirit. And that's even for the lowest of the low. They are still spirit too. We're just on different points of our journey. So anyways, that is the humility card by the Hedge Witch Field Guide. Thank you, Blowhead. Thank you, Milk Witch. Let's move on to Tess Whitehurst's Magic of Flowers, and see what her and this young boy have to say about Dandelion, making wishes, make a wish. The magical specialties is of course, I mean, vast, but for this card, it's all about animal protection, divination, happiness, healing, and wishes. So yeah, I mean, Tess just dives right in and talks about how like children everywhere seem to know that you can make a wish come true by blowing the seeds off a dandelion. Like, it's like this universal thing. Your mom like probably didn't even have to teach you to do this. Like you just like had the genetic knowledge, like, oh, there's a dandelion head, and you just go over and you blow it. It seems to just be like everybody believes in this as a child, right? Why do they believe in it? Because it's true. Because it's true. And because children are still connected to the natural world and all the magical wisdom it contains, they don't hesitate to make their wish, blow the seeds off, and expect it to come true. So that's a big, big lesson for us. Do you believe in happy endings? Do you believe that you're good enough to get what you wish for? Do you believe that you can put a request out to the universe and have it be fulfilled? You need to start believing in your wishes. But even if you don't blow the seeds off of a dandelion, you can simply envision the flower, either its yellow blossom or fuzzy seed incarnation. So even if we don't have dandelions today, you might. There are people, yeah, you might. If you're in the opposite hemisphere, you might have dandelions. If you're in California, you might have dandelions. Get a dandelion or envision one and tune into its energy. So that's what we're doing today. We are completely obnoxiously diving into dandelion today to tap into its energy. And we're going to invite it again and again, a little bit here and there, all week. We're not going to forget about the dandelion this week. We're going to keep the dandelion with us, so we can align with the energy of what we desire. So we're going to manifest more good things in 2020. We're going to manifest more abundance this week with the energy of dandelion. So, first thing first, you must determine what exactly you desire. So before we can move on with our journey together in 2020 of manifesting more, you got to figure out what it is you even want. What do you want to manifest? What do you desire? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? What would tickle you? What would float your boat? What kind of good stuff do you want? You need to give yourself permission to dream. You need to tell yourself it's okay to make wishes. You're allowed. Okay, grown up, you are allowed to make some wishes. So this card tells us that it is high time you first become clear on what you'd like to experience with regard to your life, okay? So if you're focused this year on a relationship or your job or a project or your body, okay, be really clear. Be really focused. What do you want to manifest? What are you going to manifest, okay? Then visualize and feel the feelings associated with your desire fully. So what kind of feelings come up when you think about that brand new life of yours, or that brand new experience, or that brand new lover, or that brand new car, or that brand new body? Okay, feel the feelings that come up with that desire as if it were already manifested in the physical world. So if you want more happiness, think about what it's going to feel like to be happier and start feeling it now. That's the secret. You need to start feeling the feelings that will come with that manifestation now. It literally draws it to you. It's like a lasso. It's like that feeling is like a lasso. Like there's what you want out there. It's what you want to manifest. If you start feeling like you already have it, you just toss that energetic lasso around your manifestation and you start pulling it into your reality. So now, as we visualize the dandelion, visualize that you're blowing the seeds to the wind, okay? So as we blow our dandelion seeds to the wind, release this visualization to the universe with complete trust and the easy expectation that your desire will blossom forth, ideally and in perfect and divine timing. So universe, this is what I want. I'm feeling it, I'm loving it, and I expect you to bring it to me when I'm ready for it, when it's the right time, and bring it to me easily, okay? Tell the universe your directions. You make the rules. So in this guidebook, it says, please note that the universe always responds favorably when we tune in and choose to manifest an authentic desire. As authentic desires are simply extensions of our souls, and our souls are one with the divine. So you will know a desire is authentic if thinking about it makes your heart feel like it's soaring along the currents of a warm summer breeze. So when you think about what you want to manifest, if it gives you all the feels, if you feel like really good and wholesome and warm and vibing high about it, then you're being authentic. You're coming from your heart space. It's not like this is something that your ego wants. You're like, I need to manifest more money because I have to pay my bills and I have to have people respect me, that I'm not a freeloading son of a gun, right? That don't give you no warm, fuzzy feelings. Not at all. But like if you're thinking about something like for me personally, like, oh my God, like I'm so excited to put energy into my podcast and put out this beautiful information and put out this nerdy information and start to inspire people to connect with plants and take care of themselves and manifest what they want in their life. And that gets me the warm feels, not paying my bills. Okay. So make sure you're manifesting for the right reasons. Make sure your wishes are from a place in your heart that's authentic, because that's the energy that lines us up with the universe, and then we will manifest good stuff. For me, 2020 is about putting good into the world. Whatever you do this year, make sure you're putting good into the world, even if you're just being happy. Do you realize how much good energy that puts in the world? So everything you do it from a place that you are adding positivity and good to the world. So, if you aren't already aware of your authentic desire, how do you discover it? So here, if you don't know what you want yet, simply bypass your linear thinking mind and go straight to your soul, which is at one with pure potentiality and all possibilities, by saying to yourself, I don't know what I desire in this situation, but if I pretend for a moment that I do know, it would be, and then allow yourself to just see what is delivered to you. If you don't know what you want, just pretend for a moment that you do know and see what desires arise from within you. And then, like a child, let yourself pretend. If is a magic word. When used correctly, it brings us right into alignment with our soul's most beautiful vision for our future. So what if I had an extra $5,000? I know exactly what I would do. I would get trained as a rapid transformational therapist with Marissa Peer. If I had an extra $5,000 that just manifested out of nowhere, I would sign up and become a hypnotherapist. Get really cracking on helping humanity. If is a magic word. When used correctly, it brings us right into alignment with our soul's most beautiful vision for the future. Then, all we need to do is visualize, believe, release, and trust. In other words, make a wish. So shout out to all these creators of these amazing oracle cards and oracle decks and these guidebooks that are like little just helpers for us in our life. Good job, Tess. So she's got a list here of suggestions and ideas, maybe a few more messages that might apply to you that the dandelion could sneak in there. So I'll read them down. If anything particularly calls out to you, that's what you need to be focused on. Okay? So the universe wants to grant your wish precisely. So be very clear about what you desire. If you knew exactly what you wanted to experience in this situation or as an outcome of the situation, what would it be? Do not give up on or compromise your true desires in your life or any situation. Trust that the universe is abundant and desires to support you in every possible way. The universe is abundant. I am abundant. Remember that your thoughts and feelings create your reality. If you need a reminder, go back to 2019 and listen to 127 Herb Oracle podcasts. Listen to that and you will be reminded on the daily that your thoughts and feelings create your reality. As such, place your attention on the imminent fulfillment of your wish and know that you are supported in every way. So know that your wish can come true. Know that the universe has the ability, resources, and abundance to deliver anything that you want. It's you, honey. It's you that needs to become a vibrational match to it. So remember that manifestation requires not only clear visualization and belief, but also trust and release. So at some point, you have to let it go, give it to God, give it to the universe, trust that it's going to come back to you. Release it and trust, and let it manifest. Allow it to come to fruition. Let go of your desire and trust that it is being perfectly fulfilled by divine orchestration. It's like, yo, the universe is smarter than you. Like, sorry for not having that natural humility. Like, but there are powers that be in the higher realms that can see more clearly than you can. So trust that your guides and your angels and your dragons and your God and your Jesus and your Kuan Yin and your universe will bring you everything that you need, okay? And then if you feel divinely guided to take an action, then take it. But don't intervene in ways that feel ego-driven or desperate or forced. Like, you don't need to make your manifestations happen. All you need to do is make the wish. The universe will make your manifestation happen. It's the universe's job to bring it to you. That's not the way our world seems to be set up, but that is the way it is. The universe always says yes. Let your inner and outer dialogue be positive, affirming, and specific, and it will only be a matter of time before your wishes and dreams manifest and form. The universe does not know the word no. Just like if you go into the room and tell your kids to stop jumping on the bed or no jumping on the bed, they don't hear the word no. All they hear is jump on the bed, and they keep jumping. So the universe is the same way too. Like if you say like, no more stress, no more stress, no more stress, all the universe hears is that you want stress, because the word no doesn't actually even exist. It's a yes universe. So that is why you have to focus on what you want. You don't want to focus on stress unless you want more stress. So what you want to focus on is having more fun, on having more joy, on having more ease, on having more love, on having more of the good stuff. When you focus on the bad stuff, you're adding energy to it. You're asking for more of it. So unless you want more bullshit, you need to learn to stop focusing on it. You need to focus on what you want. So yeah, spend some time with Dandelion. This 300-hour podcast, certainly. We have certainly connected with dandelion energy. Make a wish on a dandelion. Maybe drink some dandelion wine, some dandelion tea, or you can even take a homeopathic flower essence remedy of dandelion. There's lots and lots and lots of ways to connect with dandelion. Just pick your favorite and yeah, make your wish. Make your wish today. What I am loving best about this 13-hour podcast is that you literally could slide your finger, like fast forward to any part of it, and you'd find something good. This podcast can be ended at any time, and you will walk away with wisdom and knowledge from the dandelion. It feels so jam-packed. So we're down to our last 3 cards. This next card is the one from the Illustrated Herbiaria by Maya Toll, one of the most beautifully fun. So fun. This book is so fun. It is beautiful and fun. And all these illustrations would make amazing tattoos or just, I mean, they're incredible. So I love the book. It comes with these little Cracker Jack cards in the back, but I think now she's actually published an oracle deck, I think. So this card is all about perseverance. And this is the one that has the sun that's like looking so focused on that dandelion head that she almost looks like she's looking at her own nose. The dandelion's on the edge of a cliff, roots so solid and deep. They're coming, you can see the roots below on the underbelly of the cliff ledge. It's really cool. Dandelion is bold, bright, and sunny. She pushes through cracks in cement and worms her way into the mortar of stone walls. Cheerfully. Dandelion would live in my house, in my dungeon, and cheerfully bloom. So it's just such a good teacher for me personally. Like when my life seems challenging or difficult, I think about dandelion all the time. How it don't matter. She's going to bloom, and so are you. So dandelion's medicine is perseverance, but not the perseverance of the martyr. Instead, dandelion is the eternal optimist. Like the Fool in the tarot deck, she's always happy to set off on a new adventure in hope of learning more and digging deeper. She's not an airy optimist, though, with no grounding in reality. Her roots are strong. She's the shaman and the Buddha. And her message is this: happiness is an inner landscape that has little to do with where you're planted. When you're ready to make your own joy, whatever life throws at you, call on dandelion. So what an amazing teacher. What an amazing perspective. I mean, if you've not yet experienced a cup of roasted dandelion root tea, I encourage you to do so. It tastes like coffee, but there's no caffeine, so you can drink it at night. It actually helps you relax. It helps you, it really does. It gets in your body like that white light and just helps clear you out in a gentle, beautiful way. But it's so enjoyable to drink. It's one of the happiest beverages on my menu. I'm sad I don't have any today, but it's okay. I will manifest more dandelion root tea. So in this awesome book by Maya Toll, she just really has 2 quick pages about the dandelion. One's a ritual, a visit with dandelion, and then the second page is reflection. So that's how she does each of the herbs in this book. First you have a ritual, and then you have a reflection. So the ritual is visit with dandelion. So let's just dive in here. Most plants need very specific climates to thrive, but dandelion adapts to a wide range of environments, which means that no matter where you are and no matter which season you're in, you're likely to find dandelion hanging about. I mean, I've even seen dandelion this winter in Pennsylvania. Just one here, one there. It's like, what? How you doing, baby? Where you been? If you're feeling the pull of dandelion medicine, head out for a walk and see if you can spot this golden weed in the wild. Urban or rural, it doesn't matter. You don't feel like walking? Call on dandelion's cheerful perseverance to get yourself moving. So yeah, I mean, it will help you physically to have more vitality. So get yourself outside. On your walk, see if you can find dandelion's sunny face. If you want, smile back at her. You might find yourself suddenly a tiny bit happier. Notice where she's growing and what she has to overcome to thrive there. Is she standing tall or hugging the ground? Is she in the sun or is she growing in the shade? Does she grow through soil or rock or concrete or sand? I mean, where is she at? Notice where she's at and ask yourself, what can you learn from your observations? What can you learn from this particular dandelion? They're each going to be different. They're each going to be in a different place with different circumstances. What can you learn from her? Finally, notice whether you come home from your visit with dandelion feeling a bit more able to handle the ups and downs of modern life. So once you start to notice how incredible nature is, how persistent and just incredibly persevering dandelion is, see if it helps you understand that you can bloom anywhere. I am able to bloom anywhere. And so that's the reflection for dandelion from the Illustrated Herbiary. It's learning to adapt. I am able to adapt to any situation. Dandelion does this amazing thing. When she grows on a lawn that's mowed regularly, she stays short. So her flowers pass under the mower's blades. How can you, like Dandelion, adapt to the world around you? What little change can you make that will allow you to thrive in your current situation? If your mood turns sour and you're unable to maintain Dandelion's cheerfulness, ask yourself whether you need a mood adjustment or whether you're pushing up against an obstacle that's taking you off your true path. Remember, perseverance isn't about putting up with untenable situations. It's about knowing the difference between that which is difficult but doable and that which is simply unhealthy for your soul. And so that is why Dandelion is like, listen, you can adapt to any situation, but you need to know when that situation is so toxic, so ridiculous, that you need to let it go now. So that's why you need to evaluate your life and know when it's time to walk. Know when it's time to let those seeds fly in new directions and go down a different path. You know, be the fool, have the humility, just have the wisdom to know what to do that is best for you. These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. All right, now that I've been talking for 3 days, I can sing songs like that with my raspy, my sexy raspy voice. So Dandelion, manifestation. We are with the herbal healing deck. You guys, Dandelion is loaded today. Incredible advice from the Dandelion today. Incredible fuel for us to start a year of manifestation off of. 2020, here we come. Bring it. We are going to manifest more of what we want. We have the perfect teacher of manifestation in front of us, Dandelion. So Esther Hicks, oh my God, I love you, girl. Esther Hicks, who channels non-physical energy called Abraham, says, it's not your work to make anything happen. It's your work to dream it and let it happen. So just like Dandelion's been saying, like, all you have to do is make the wish, dream the dream, feel the feelings, get excited, believe it, trust it, release it to the universe, and then let it back in when it is returned to you. So as we studied those laws of the universe, what you put out, you get back. So you put out your wish, it's this ball of energy. It goes out to its place of manifestation. I don't know, say like it has to go to the manifestation store. So you put out this energy, this ball of energy, it travels to the manifestation store, it grabs what you want, and then it's like bing, like a ball that hits the wall. It's going to come right back to you, okay? What you put out, you get back. So here it comes. Here's coming back to you. Are you going to catch it? Are you going to open the door? Are you going to allow it in? Right? So that's all you have to do. You put out your wish. It flies to the manifestation store, hits the wall, and comes flying back at you with what you asked for. Bam, bada bing, there's your manifestation. Let it in. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Let's readjust. Let's wiggle in our seat. Let's release what we no longer need. Although dandelion is a well-known plant, it's not always a popular one. Plants like dandelion, you just have to wonder why they are so greatly hated by the pesticide companies, right? And a lot of people spend a lot of energy trying to eradicate these plants from their lawns and their gardens. Dandelion has become the poster child for weed-killing sprays and chemicals. Ironically, this herb is of great benefit to the liver, which helps detoxify our bodies from the myriad of chemicals we encounter in today's world. So yeah, just like we've been talking about, the herbal healing deck is also noting on the fact that, isn't it ironic, Alanis Morissette, isn't it ironic that the chemical that poisons us, that we're trying to kill the dandelion, it's this herbal healing ally that could save us. It's just every part of the plant, the root, the leaves, the blossom, and the sap, every single part of the dandelion can be used as food and medicine. With the widespread use of toxic substances in our world, it is no wonder that dandelion appears abundantly under our feet as a healing gift from the earth. So our medicine is here. Our medicine is near. It's right outside in your backyard. It's dandelion, my dear. It's time for us to wake up and understand that the earth provides, the earth gives us everything that we need, right? Maybe that's why these multi-billion-dollar companies want to get rid of this stuff, because they don't want humans to be taking care of themselves, right? Like, food is actually free. Like, you don't see birds freaking out. Like, birds, there's everything to eat for animals in nature. Like, why are humans so different? We've gotten so far away from nature. Like, we no longer look at a dandelion and see food, but actually it is. It's a gift from the earth. All right, so let's continue on in the Herbal Healing Deck Guidebook. Dandelion's ability to grow just about anywhere, even in the crack of a sidewalk, is a testament to this plant's tenacious personality. Its taproot gathers nutrients from deep within the soil and holds on to life even when the entire upper portion of the plant is destroyed. If you've ever tried to pull a dandelion out where it shouldn't be, it like snaps off and the root is still there. It's like, haha, sucker, like it's going to be back. It's so smart. It's amazing. The yellow blooms carry the energy of the solar plexus, the center of our willpower. Drawing dandelion signifies that you are on the right track toward accomplishing your goals. You are probably feeling very action-oriented, driven by the desire for success and achievement. It is possible you have worked very long and hard on a project, and dandelion is here to cheer you on. The manifestation of your dreams is on its way. So dandelion's like, keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. You're doing great. While physical action is necessary for accomplishment, dandelion reminds us to balance action with pure intention. Think of a child plucking a dandelion to blow the fluffy seeds into the wind as they make wishes for the future. All great feats start with an idea, a thought. Intention alone can have powerful effects on manifesting our reality. The law of attraction tells us that what we focus upon, we bring into our lives. As you hit obstacles along your path, remember to step back and focus on what you desire with true, heartfelt gratitude for what is to come. If need be, take a break from your physical action and relax. By maintaining optimism and trusting that your dreams will come true, you open the door for divine assistance. Ask the spirit of dandelion to help you manifest your dreams. This plant has a long history of ritual use in a wide variety of traditions, from hoodoo to Wicca, and is said to boost psychic abilities and grant wishes. So I love that it's like, first of all, be grateful, be thankful, like set out your wish and then instantly be like, thank you. Because you know it's going to manifest. You know it's coming true. You know it's coming back to you. So just instantly get into gratitude right after you put your intentions and wishes out there. So this is definitely an herb for us to take on our spiritual journey, to help us open up our spiritual gifts, our psychic abilities, our wisdom. Okay? So I just feel so much gratitude right now to dandelion. I'm so excited. It's our herb of the week. So humanity's typical response to dandelion as a weed is a testament to our tendency to overlook the good that is all around us. It also indicates our desire to control our surroundings rather than remaining open to possibilities as they arise. Dandelion reminds us to keep an open mind and accept help from unexpected sources. Do not remain so overly driven and focused on your work that you shut yourself off from unforeseen opportunities. So the flower essence of dandelion is used for hardworking go-getters who become so tense, become too tense to allow life to flow through them. So if you have become too rigid in just trying to make your life happen, and you won't even veer off your path a little bit, maybe connect with the dandelion in any form. The flower essence would be great, or even just some roasted tea, so that you can just get a little bit more workable in a flexible way and allow some new energies to come into your life. Allow life to flow through you. Manifesting our goals is a balancing act between action and intention. Knowing how to use both without strain is the key. So you put out your wish, you put out your intention, and then, yeah, you're going to take action, but let it be inspired action. Let it be something that comes to you as an inspired idea. Follow your heart, get excited, be the fool. A final lesson of dandelion deals with self-worth, another issue of the solar plexus. So, of course, surprise, surprise, we're going to start our new year off with getting our self-worth to a balanced state. Okay, that natural humility. Hard work alone is not enough to achieve true success in life. You also have to believe in yourself. For many of us, this is the hardest work of all, believing in ourselves. So, dandelion is here to give you encouragement, to cheer you on, and to affirm your value. When your actions are aligned with your intentions in a joyful way, you will manifest. You will manifest exactly what you desire. So make sure everything is in alignment. Make sure you're clean. Make sure you're detoxing. Make sure you're wishing and believing and trusting, releasing, and then allowing. And yeah, dandelion, just like the soul flower card reminds us here, let it go. Dandelion wants you to listen to the messages your body is sending you and to release the attachments that no longer serve your soul's journey. So that's the first step of our new year together. If there's anything that's still holding you back from 2019, today is the day that we're going to let it go. We're going to let that shit go. So whatever it is you're hanging on to, Dandelion will help you detoxify one thought at a time, releasing negativity and self-judgment, and restoring ease and flow to your life. And so it is. Oh my goodness. Wow. So where do you want to go to lunch? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. So much love to Dandelion. We could fry up some dandelion fritters. We could have some dandelion root stew. We could have some greens in our fresh spring salad. There's so much that we can do with dandelion. We could pluck off those yellow petals and bake them up into some cookies. We could make some dandelion vinegar to help us feel cheerful and bold and audacious and just, good enough and strong enough to manifest that which we want. We are deserving. So let us release anything that's holding us back. Let us connect with our inner child. Let us feel free to make those wishes and expect them to come true. Let us bloom anywhere. Let us say to ourselves, I am abundant. So, there's so many great messages that we did with our 13,000 long podcast, 13,000 hour long podcast. We are on the path, baby. We are going to manifest this year. We're going to manifest so much. So I look forward to hanging with you tomorrow for Tarot Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you Wednesday for manifesting more abundance. Thursday, we're going to be hanging out with our tree guys, and we're going to end the week with a lot of positive F's, flowers and foraging and friends, and wow. So welcome in the spirit of Dandelion. Connect with it and allow it to guide you, detox you, and help you become the best manifester you can be. Because you're manifesting all the time, but it might not be what you like. So it's time for us to clean up our energy and do something good this new year. So much love to you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Woo! Dandelion!